Hey there. Welcome to day 24. We're almost done. What's going to happen then? I'm not going to talk about that yet, but I'm thinking about it. What happens then? Don't you just want to all gather and we can have a big splashy hoedown? And maybe that's what the Facebook page is about, actually. I'm really appreciating the way that people are sharing. If you haven't gotten on the Facebook page, it's not too late. You can post something. We'd love to see you. I've really been loving that, though, the way people have been gathering and sharing. So it's day 24, and I've picked one of my very favorite poems for today. And so I want to share it with you. But I was thinking, I like to try to share a little something. And I have lots of little things to say, but one of the things that I was thinking about earlier today was that, I've been teaching for a long time, and there's this moment when I've been working with someone or writing with someone for a long time, and they sort of shyly approach me, or they shyly approach me on email or in person, and they sort of hem and haw, but what they eventually get out is, am I a good writer? Is my writing worth it? Is it worth it for me to continue? And, I know that feeling so well. I think every writer has that worry or that wonder or that sense of, is it worth it for me? Should I keep doing this? And I understand the question. And I think that the question has more to do with the market and does this matter and do people care? And I think that's the wrong question. I think anytime we start asking, is this good enough? We're asking the wrong question. I think at this stage, although what stage is that? Everyone who's working this program is in a different stage. Maybe you've been a writer for many, many years. Maybe you're newer to writing. Maybe you're more of a journaler and you're moving into more of a deeper practice. But I guess I feel like the question of, is this good enough? Am I good enough? Isn't the right question. I think the question to ask ourselves is, am I interested in what I'm pursuing here? Am I interested in communicating something? Am I interested in the things that I want to write about and the things I want to tell you about? Because I think when we're deeply interested in something, we get better at it. And it becomes, I guess I wanted to say, more valuable, possibly to others, because your interest is communicated, your deep curiosity is communicated. But I think it also becomes more interesting to us as writers. Are we interested in what we're writing? Can we go deeper, 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 deeper? And, I said earlier in the program that part of what I think is possible with the wild writing, I just know it, is it's a practice of like revealing. It's a practice of getting beyond the protective layers that we use. This is an opportunity to just peel away, peel away, peel away. And that is interesting. It's terribly interesting. And so again, the question isn't, am I good? Is it good enough? Is, am I interested? Am I curious? Am I curious about life? What am I interested in? I think that for me, some of the best writers are definitely the ones who are letting us see who they are, really, like for real in the details, like really sharing something true and deep. And also the people who are the most curious about life. To me, those are the most interesting writers, because it wakes up my own curiosity. And it also inspires me to take my protective layering off as well. So think about that. I love this poem. I was looking at my list of poems that I had been sharing with you, and I thought I've shared Coconut by Paul Hostovsky. But then when I looked at the list, I saw that I hadn't. So here you go. It's a beauty. I'm going to read it to you twice. Kick back, relax. Okay. Let your imagination go. Get curious. Coconut. Bear with me. I want to tell you something about happiness. It's hard to get at, but the thing is, I wasn't looking. I was looking somewhere else when my son found it in the fruit section and came running, holding it out in his small hands, asking me what it was and could we keep it. Only cost 99 cents. Hairy and brown, hard as a rock, and something swishing around inside. And what on earth and where on earth? And this was happiness. This little ball of interest beating inside his chest, this interestedness beaming out from his face, pleading happiness. And because I wasn't happy, I said to put it back because I didn't want it, because we didn't need it. And because he was happy, he started to cry right there in aisle 5. So when we got home, we put it in the middle of the kitchen table and sat on either side of it and began to consider how to get inside of it. Coconut by Paul Hostovsky. Here you are. Bear with me. I want to tell you something about happiness. It's hard to get at, but the thing is, I wasn't looking. I was looking somewhere else when my son found it in the fruit section and came running, holding it out in his small hands, asking me what it was and could we keep it. Only cost 99 cents, hairy and brown, hard as a rock, and something swishing around inside. And what on earth and where on earth? And this was happiness, this little ball of interest beating inside his chest, this interestedness beaming out from his face, pleading happiness. And because I wasn't happy, I said to put it back because I didn't want it, because we didn't need it. And because he was happy, he started to cry right there in aisle 5. So when we got home, we put it in the middle of the kitchen table and sat on either side of it and began to consider how to get inside of it. I'm crazy for the first line. Bear with me. I want to tell you something about, that's your line. Bear with me. I want to tell you something about love. Bear with me. I want to tell you something about sheltering in place with your children. Bear with me. I want to tell you something about sadness, something about happiness, something about time, whatever is on your mind. And again, when you use that line and you come to the end of a thought and you're done, do it again. Just keep bringing it. It's that repetition. There's another really beautiful line here at the end, how to get inside of it. How to get inside of it. I love that line. So beautiful. And if those lines don't do it for you, I was like giving you an alternate line. There was something I saw here. I'm looking for it. I don't like to admit it, but that's a great line because who doesn't have that line? Okay, friends, day 24. You're doing it. You're almost there. You got it. I'll see you tomorrow. Set your timer 15 minutes. Start writing.